Jai Hind friends, today I am here to talk about stammering. Stammering is also known as stuttering. It is a kind of speech disorder where people are not able to complete their sentences, words, sometimes they are stuck on the words, sometimes they are out of breath. They suffocate when they speak in front of people or even they talk to a particular person. So there are multiple factors which causes stammering in a particular personality. But today I am here to talk about the tips which you can use to sort it out. Because I was the worst case of stammering and I was able to ultimately sort it out. It took me years, so it's a long process where you have to struggle against it, you have to go for a war against it, and you would be able to overcome it. The first point is, if you know a therapist nearby and if you can search a therapist on your Google, so search for it and go to a therapist, because therapist will provide you a very conducive atmosphere to overcome such kind of problem. Because this is not a disease, it is just a wrong pattern of speaking which you have been following. So they try to work on it gradually. They work on your breathing pattern, they give you conducive atmosphere, they try to find out the trigger points where you stammer and they rectify. Now the second point is practice. Practice two things. First is breathing. Breathing is very important when it is very important factor for speaking, because whenever you speak you can feel that you are exhaling. So your breathing pattern is very important when it comes to speaking. So practice that slowly. Better you can go with the techniques 4-4-4. 4-4-4 is something where 4 seconds you have to inhale the air and 4 seconds you have to hold it, then 4 seconds you have to exhale. So gradually you can increase the time as well, but first you need to practice this with patience. Second is start speaking slow. Slow speaking is also a very important method to overcome your speaking disorder, because you can see how a child learns the speaking pattern. If you see Hindi or English, they read kamala or elephant. Very slowly they try to associate the letters and then they form a word and gradually they try to form a sentence. So if you want to learn a new pattern of speaking, you need to go slow. After this, once you are slow, you can go for the fluency. Fluency is also something which you can learn from the actors, anchors on the TV, that how they speak, at what point of time they take a pause. So all these factors are going to help you in order to overcome the speaking disorder or a speech disorder. Self-confidence is very important, because this problem is more of psychological problem and you are in a kind of war against yourself, because a lot of times you have to observe the trigger points, that what are the trigger points, what are the situations where this problem occurs. Only you can observe it and you can take the actions against it. So self-confidence is a kind of self-belief where you need to feel that you are going to overcome it, and if you are able to recognize the problem, if you know the solution, so gradually working on this you would be able to sort it out. And keep one thing in your mind, that personality development is a tedious process. It's a tough process. It takes a lot of time. It means that anything you want to change in your personality, it takes time. A lot of people give up in the beginning, but you have to go long with it. Sometimes the entire life is given to bring changes in your personality. A lot of people I know, and I found them, they were great personalities, because even at the latter stage of their life they were a learner like a kid. So the same kind of concept we need to apply here as well. You need to learn every new trick, every new fluency mechanism to improve your speaking skills. And gradually I know that if you're working hard on it, you would be able to overcome, not in a short period of time. It takes time, minimum 6 months 1 year or more than that, depends on the gravity of your problem, that how complex your problem is. If you are at the worst case, you need to meet a therapist. Even they will take a lot of time. So gradually you need to keep yourself in a positive atmosphere where people are supportive to you, and consistently if you are working on it, you would be able to overcome it. Thank you.